Hey everyone, M1 Shadow here. Today I want to talk about the differences between a guard dog and a vicious dog. And the reason why is because a lot of people seem to mistake the two and they think one and being the same. And that's totally untrue. And that's what I want to clear up today. You know, a guard dog, yes, they will spring in action and do what they have to do, but they're also controlled, okay? Their owner could say one simple command and they'll turn and they'll come back. They could go out in the public. You take a guard dog, their owner should be able to take them in public and the dog be fine and, walk perfectly. Perfect example is Kim from Can Check Dogs. He's got some really good videos, professional. In my opinion, he's one of the best, I think. But, you'll see his dogs. They could they'll take down the biggest person in a heartbeat and do whatever, but all he has to do is say one command and they'll come back. My female German Shepherd, she was never protection trained, but she's a natural guard dog. If you come to the door, I have to show her it's okay before you come in. She is very protective of me in the home. However, I can also take her out in public and walk her in a crowded street, and she's not going to go after anybody. She's just going to keep to herself, and even if people approach me, if they ask to pet her, and I always tell them, approach her correctly, and she's fine, and she's a good dog. That's a guard dog. But a vicious dog is when you see these dogs that there's just no control. I see in a lot of videos here that I'm not going to call anyone out on it, but people say, my guard dog, and all it is a vicious dog at the end of its leash trying to get at a person, and you see the owner has no control and it's trying to maybe maul another person or another dog. That's not a guard dog. That's a vicious liability. And if you have a dog like that, the best thing for you to really do is get some professional training and get control of that dog. Because maybe you don't care if it tears apart another person or another animal. Maybe you think that's cool. Well, you're not going to think it's cool when you're sitting in court looking at either a prison term or, thousands of dollars worth of fines, okay? You're also not going to think it's cool if someone takes the law into their own hands and takes care of your dog, because that type of stuff does happen. Perfect example, where I live, I'm not giving names or any specifics, but there's this one guy who has these vicious dogs that there's no training, no control. He actually, if you walk by the house, they're at the edge of the fence trying to jump over this little 3-foot fence, and the owner just sits there and watches and thinks it's funny. And, one day a guy next door was mowing his lawn, and one of the dogs actually hopped the fence and actually started charging the guy mowing his lawn. And the guy who was mowing his lawn is a concealed pistol carrier and pulled out his gun and in self-defense shot the dog right in the head. And, of course it's sad to hear that, because I am a dog lover, so it's sad. But at the same time, the guy was defending himself. And, it was either he do that or this dog was going to jump on him and maul him, maybe kill him. So, this is something to think about. If you have a vicious dog, maybe you think, oh yeah, there's nothing can happen to it. Well, something like that might be happen because the owner was all of a sudden very upset, and from what I heard, the owner was extremely upset about it and sad. Naturally, I understand that, but if he had controlled his dog better from the beginning, that would have never happened. These are things to think about. Have control of your dog. I do want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good one.